Hey everyone, welcome back. What if you could create your own AI assistant which helps and work with your Salesforce administrator that knows your org, your processes, and can execute admin tasks with simple English prompts? Today, I'll show you how to build and use Salesforce admin agent using Claude Code. So hope you have seen my previous video, which helps you to set up Claude Code with Salesforce DX MCP. If you didn't watch it, I would highly recommend to watch it. Now we'll straight away go ahead and create in Salesforce AI admin assistant for administrators. Slash agents. Let's go and click on new agents. So we'll make this agent locally, which is only available with this specific project. I'll choose option number one. You can give your manual configurations, or you can ask Claude to generate it for you by giving a description of the agent that you wanted to create. I'll just go with the recommended option over here. Now we need to give a description to describe our agent. I'm going to give a description to it. So this description which I'm going to paste over here, I'll make sure it is available on the related blog, and I'll keep it in the description so that you guys can copy and paste it and follow along. So this is the description which I've created, pretty much basic. So I'm saying Salesforce Administrator agent should follow this kind of set of rules in terms of point click and should not be writing any sort of code. They should be only concentrating on declarative tools. So this is what the instructions I've given, and I've also given the name of the assistant. It's Salesforce. It's Salesforce Admin AI Assistant. Perfect. So it has configured behind the scenes based upon the description that we have given. These are the set of permissions that we wanted to give to the agent, right? So I wanted to give all the permissions as it is going. It needs to edit the files and access the MCP, which is Salesforce DX MCP. Let's keep the default and then go. So I'm using Claude Max 100 plan. So these are the options that is available for me. If you're using Claude Pro, you might be seeing only the few options. Yeah, let's go with the Sonnet. So for every agent, you can choose the color, right? So I just want to go. I'm fine with any color, so I'm just clicking automatic color. Perfect. Now it is created. Now let's see whether the agent is created or not. Perfect. I can see it is created. Great. Now let's see whether Salesforce MCP is available and configured or not. Perfect. I can see it is configured, which is great. Now let's get into the action. We have agent ready. We have configured it. Now we'll give this agent like pretty much basic admin tasks and see how it is going to perform. Now we'll start with a simple validation rule on opportunity. This is the prompt. And again, this is going to be available for you in the related blog. So I've given a pretty much basic validation rule, and let's see how it is going to perform. My expectation is it is going to invoke the agent. Perfect. Agent is invoked. It's doing some sort of analysis, and it started creating metadata file for no validation rule. I'm gonna accept it. It's trying to deploy using Salesforce DX MCP, which is good. That is what the expectation is. Great. I just want to make sure whether it is deployed to org or not. So I'm just giving deploy to org. Yeah, the deployment is successful. Let's check the metadata file in the project first, and then go to the objects, opportunity. This is the validation rule that we're talking about. Let's check this in the org. Great. It is successfully deployed. We are not going to test in this video because it's going to be a lengthy one, but as I look at it, it looks good to me. The conditions which I have mentioned just perfectly done those conditions, and the validation rule as well. Now let's get into the next scenario or use case. Now I'm going to create a custom object with certain set of fields. This is an usual admin task, right? Let's see how it is going to perform. The custom object name is like competitor analysis. It has a couple of fields like pick list, and we intentionally gave a related field which is like lookup to opportunity. Let's see how it's going to. Again, our agent invoked, perfect. The beauty of Claude Code is it shows what it is doing, like to-do items it is going to do. I can see that it's first going to create, object, which is correct, and after that it is going to create sequentially the list of fields which I've given. That is awesome, and showing all its plan. That is the beauty of it. I just like the way it plans and do the things. It started creating an object, metadata file, and now it is on to the second task, which is to do item of creating a field. Great. I'm gonna accept it. It's always human in loop, right? It does something and it's asked for your permission. You can review it and then accept it. There is other way of doing it. If you feel comfortable, and then you're comfortable with the plan which is doing, you can just say, don't ask next time for this particular creations, right? Now it will not ask you or prompt you for the next time for the creation of fields. Threat level field, I'm guessing it will not ask, and then it'll just go ahead and then create the metadata file. Let's see how it is going to do. Perfect. It didn't ask me for the permissions because I bypassed it, right? Great. Now it is on full agentic mode for this particular creation thing. Now it is going to create a lookup field. Agent is full on action. It is really helping um, Salesforce Administrator to create this task. Great. It is done with creation of the custom object and its fields. Now it's going to keep these fields on the layout. Cool. Perfect. It just created all the custom object and fields as we requested. Perfect. It says it is ready to deploy. And then we'll just say deploy to org. Awesome. It is using Salesforce MCP to deploy. That's great. Deployment is successful. Now let's just see. the they're created over here. Yeah, I can see the object is created, and these are the fields which now we are expecting to get created. Perfect. Now let's go into the org and see whether they are created or not. Great, it's created. Now the prompt which we gave to the agent is to just create, right? There could be other scenarios of giving FLS and permissions and all this stuff. I'm not going to cover those scenarios in this video, but we can still do that. I hope you understand and it makes sense to you. Great. Now let's create a sample use case for creating a flow. This is the flow that we're going to create. It's an opportunity, right? Let's see. What it's going to do is expectation is to create a task for the follow-up for the on the proposal, and it will be assigned to uh, the opportunity owner, right? This is what the expectation is. Let's see how it's going to handle it. Great, our agent is in action. It's helping the administrator now. It's taking some time. Great, I can see it started, you know, creating flow metadata. That's cool. The steps which I'm showing would be pretty much similar in VS Code as well, right? So I'm using IntelliJ, so you might be seeing the user interface a little different, but whole idea and the concept are the same, because Claude Code lives in the terminal. Most of the commands would be similar in any kind of ID. You take it VS Code, cursor, or any kind of tool. Great. It does create some kind of a metadata XML file for the flow, and it's trying to deploy, and it's getting some errors. Agent is trying to resolve by itself, which is awesome. Now it did some fixes, and then it's trying to redeploy it again. Let's see how it goes. It's still doing some sort of fixes and validating it accordingly. Now it's trying to deploy once again. So beauty of agent is if it finds some sort of error, it corrects itself, right? And then it makes it work, and it also lets you know that it's going to do this kind of changes. So I would strongly recommend to use on version control, so that you see a different set of changes that it's doing, right? So you can commit once you have a initial version of draft, you work upon it, and then you make it uh, add feature by feature, and then make it complex flows. So for every feature you implement, or any element that you add for the existing flow, I would recommend to commit so that it has that context, right? Still making some sort of changes. So while it is doing, I would like to show you the agent configuration file which is initially created. So this is the agent configuration file which we initially created. These are the rules that which it created automatically, and you can also add a lot of restrictions or permissions over here, and you can set the guidelines based upon your processes or policies, and you can even design the workflows like according to your project, right? You can customize it heavily and give guardrails to a agent as well. Great. It says it's successfully created and deployed to the org. Now let's go and see how this is created. Over here first, I can see the flow. Yeah, let me make it a little bigger. Yeah, so this is the feature in IntelliJ, in IC2, which is Illuminated Cloud. You can view or see the flow here itself. I've asked it to add a logging thing. I think it did add that functionality. Now let's go into the log and then see whether it is really created or not. I'm not going to test it in this particular video because it's going to take time and it will become like longer video. We'll just see whether it is created or not. Great, I can see it's created, which is perfect. Overall it looks good to me, but yeah, you can refine it, test it. If something is not working, you can ask the agent to make it better. It'll help you out and make it better. The beauty of it is you can just see what it's doing and then comment accordingly. Now I'm sorry, yeah, we'll look into other use case like querying the data. So let's query something on opportunity and see how it is going to perform. In this case, my guess is it should use Salesforce DX MCP, because that should be sufficient to perform this action. Now let's see what it's going to do. Yeah, as expected, MCP is triggered, which is great. Now let's see the results. Great. So Salesforce DX MCP triggered the query command, and then it fetched all the opportunities which fell in this particular conditions, which is great. Perfect. We have seen like sample use cases. This is like pretty basic where you can get started with building the agents. You can make it much more complex. When you have like complex projects, you can just add the rules for it, guidelines for it. That's how you can build on top of it. That's great. Yeah, this is it for this video. I'll keep the related blog or GitHub links in the description. You can feel free to check it out and do the step by step how I've done. Please subscribe to this channel for more insights. Thank you.